First Nations people from West Saanich, Shottle, Tom family, my grandma, Monica Tom, grandpa, Philip Tom, late Philip Tom, my mom, Mary Tom, and me, Ocean, Strelicha, Sian, Rishka. Sure.
So, just go ahead and describe the connection between, as quick as you want, but quicker is good, because you're going to be editing it, of course.
Sure.
So between migrant justice and environmental catastrophe, those connections and why we're here today at the Northwest Detention Center. It's right next to the LNG facility.
Yeah. What was the first one you said?
Yeah, like migrant justice.
Migrant.
Yeah.
And climate justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely what's going on in the world with our indigenous people having to relocate in multiple villages, particularly in Alaska and other places. It's a big deal. We are the first ones who are going to feel that hammer from climate collapse. Climate collapse is happening right now. It's only the beginning. We're only seeing the beginning of these fires. The other prophecy that I didn't mention when I spoke was that my grandma, she saw the world on fire. And not all prophecies have to come true, but she said the world will end in fire. And that's the beginning of today. Our prophecy stories talk about the time when respect was paid and then it wasn't, in the time of the animal people, and everything fell to ash. The world has fallen before in the time of the animal people. And the only thing that saved our human people at that time were our promises to the Creator to uphold every single relationship, every single one, a sacred promise to uphold the circle of life. And those beings made promises to us. So when we think about environmental justice and indigenous justice, what's going on Northwest Detention Center, what's going on with these children being kidnapped. It's the same thing that had happened to our children, and they kidnapped all of our children without consent for multiple generations. And they literally killed 4 of my uncles on Kipper Island and abused them to death in all ways. And so, when we start looking at a climate that collapses, we get refugees. We get refugees coming in from South America, Central America, and we get refugees, from Southern Asia. We get refugees from Africa. We get it's predicted 143 million refugees, climate refugees, in a very short period of time coming up. And our climate is collapsing when Antarctica is 40 degrees average temperature above normal, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Our climate is collapsing in absolute terms, viscerally. If we were up there, if we were an indigenous person up there, we would know it viscerally. We're not. Only a few years ago, they said that the poles saw twice the climate effect that we saw here. Well, that's gone. What is that? 20 times? It's about 20 times the climate effect. If they're 40 degrees Fahrenheit above normal, 20 times. Those are the regulators of all climate, the North and South Pole. We got serious work to do to turn this around, to bring justice to those people that will be in harm. All of those indigenous people will be the first one to be harmed, and they already are. And we think about fire smoke we've been breathing here in Seattle area. We had the worst air quality in the world. It was equal to smoking 7 to 8 cigarettes a day. So your child, he goes out and plays. And if he's just standing there, he's smoking 7 cigarettes worth of particles. If he's out playing, he's playing soccer. How many smokes is he smoking now? 2 packs? What are we doing to our children? When these 2 weeks that happened with these wildfires and the smoke that we're breathing turn into 2 months, which we're heading for fast, and it could turn into nothing more than just breathing smoke all the time, well, you know, by then it might be too late. But we definitely need to rise up and say no more. You know, with the news of Antarctica being 40 degrees average temperature above normal this year, they just released that like a week ago or 2 weeks, I heard it. If that isn't enough to get people to rise up and just say no more will you rob the future of my children. I used to say grandchildren, but I won't even say it anymore, because it's happening that fast. It's happening faster than any climate scientist ever dreamed of and predicted. Every climate model that was ever created before climate disasters started smashing us, which we're only seeing the very little beginning of, is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Because nobody ever thought we'd be this way. Nobody predicted Antarctica being 40 degrees average temperature above.
And what have the indigenous leaders been telling the leaders and also the current leaders of, like, you know, Governor Inslee specifically, and like what do they need to do? You know, of course, you know, we and indigenous leaders and indigenous people have been telling them for a long time, but like, what do they need to be doing? What sort of policies do they need to be enacting today?
Well, when we occupied Olympia with Ford Harpies, and we had a strong message on the Tarpies. You can still see photos of them on Facebook. Protect the Salish Sea, protect our Salish Sea. You know, fish farms out now, no LNG. You know, we've been demanding this future from this government in Washington State, saying you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law, the highest law, the supreme law of the land. Our treaties say that you cannot harm the water. You cannot bring the global temperature up, which is going to kill our salmon. By the supreme law of the land, you are harming what is said never to be harmed. And you know, we're standing on those treaties, demanding. And sure, we need to do more of it. Sure, everybody needs to get out there and demand a future. Find a way to bring this message to these leaders, whether it be voting, whether it be just showing up and disrupting, whatever we gotta do. But we got to get that to their ear. We got to let them know that this era is now. The era of choice is now. We choose our own future as a human family today. Are we strong enough and wise enough and able to come together in a way that completely smashes the colonial madness that's going on inside of government and corporations, saying, you know what, we need our billions. That's what they're saying. Their pipelines are nothing more than saying we need our billions now because we know that the general public are rising up and they are ready to smash us and say, no way will you rob the future of my children. They know it's coming right to a head. And so we're done. And these people do not care about the future of their own children. That's the bottom line. They don't care about the future of your children, and they don't care about the future of their own. Because they would not do that if they loved their children and all the things around them as much as our people love every living thing and cared for every living thing around us to keep peace. Peace is something that's kept with every being, not just with human beings. The future is something that's kept peace with. We're not at peace with the future of our own children. Not with the actions of a government that says, we're going to build Dakota Access Pipeline with the climate collapsing. We're going to build Puget Sound Energy's LNG plant with the climate collapsing. We're going to build the Trans Mountain Pipeline with the climate collapsing. You know, and then the pipeline that's, you know, Puget Sound Pipeline, they want to double the capacity of that one. With that kind of action, they're at war with the future of their own children. That is not peace. if we are to be peaceful people and well people and wise people and people with a future, we need to rise up today. We need to stop this as soon as possible. And find a way. Use your creative mind. There's many ways to do it. Not everybody has to show up at a rally or a march. But everybody needs to become strong in their mind, their heart, their will, their body, and to say no more. Just say no more, Lord, you robbed the future of my child. No way. No how. And that's what we need to do. There's no way around it. If we want a future, we have to create it ourselves, and nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else. And the more people that talk about it, open your mouth. Say something. Even if it's in opposition to rationality, insanity, and truth. Even if it's with somebody like that. To say it in a way that lets them say, as I say, you open your mouth and you speak your words and your wisdom that you put here. One reason, because it lives here. If you keep it there, it'll hurt you. It'll harm you just to stuff it in. And I tell people, you can say it in a way that does not offend you. You can say, I say this right now because it lives on my heart and I have a responsibility to say this. Not just for myself, but for my own children. And I say this not to harm anyone or offend anyone, but I say it because it's the truth that lives here. You know, just say it like that. And just say, you can do what you want with it. You can walk away right now if you like. But I say this because it lives here and I have the responsibility to say it. And those are the one of the most important things that we can do is just stand up and speak your heart, your knowledge, your wisdom. Learn indigenous knowledge and wisdom. Learn it, memorize it, put it in your Pachuset and Naxamat. Teach the children, change this world, change it now, viscerally, in all ways. Create positive change. That's who we are as human beings. We were born into this world with positive change. Tokuiba, our creator, is called Changer. Witness things that were not right and made them right. We are all the children of the Changer. So time for us to rise up and embody that indigenous wisdom. Create that positive change, because that's how we were created. Through positive change, absolute terms, through positive change, we were created as well as all things around us. So that's our job. Hold those sacred promises. Have a good relationship, a well relationship, a peaceful relationship with all life, and rise up, create positive change. We'll see you. Ashka.